An NBA star shelled out $5 million to have the wildest night of his life. A second player shelled out $20 million to save his own life. We'll discuss about some NBA players' really bizarre, expensive, and foolish possessions. So it should come as no surprise that many wealthy individuals like flaunting their wealth by purchasing pricey or exotic items that serve no useful function. Here are several NBA players that spent a lot of money on items that serve little to no purpose. So, without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Due to his addiction, PJ Tucker has been spending significantly more money. PJ can't help himself.
We like to have a little fun a lot of times. It's actually just for me.
He has to buy shoes every day. A man who can't even enter a store without spending 16 bands is the focus of our discussion here. The cost of PJ's shoe obsession is continually rising. Not only does he have closets full of them in his home, but he also has a hidden shoe vault, and that's not even the most incredible part. He acknowledged spending more than $200,000 on footwear alone during the 2017 season, which is when he purchased the Nike Air Mags, one of his costliest pairs of sneakers ever. Luckily, PJ was able to purchase this at a discount. Nowadays, you can't even see the shoe unless you're aiming to spend around $50,000, but they only cost him $36,000. But PJ's most costly pair of sneakers aren't even these. These occurred during the 2021 NBA Finals, and Giannis was left stunned when PJ revealed them to him. The fact that PJ and the Bucks won the championship that evening suggests that these shoes, which cost $250,000 and had diamond covers, were PJ's lucky charm. However, Giannis expressed more excitement about PJ's shoes during the post-game interview than he did about winning the championship.
We did it, man. This guy right here, PJ! Hey, PJ, open the door, please. PJ! PJ! Hey! Sorry, guys. Hey, bring your shoe. This guy today, he wore a 250,000 pair of shoe. He had real diamonds. I promise you. How much did it cost? Like, yeah, basically a house in your feet.
Even though those Jordans were insane, PJ has 5,000 pairs of shoes. Furthermore, keeping that many shoes in one home is simply impossible. So what did PJ do? Something only PJ could think of. He bought a new house for his shoes. PJ owns almost 5,000 shoes, and his collection is worth over $1.5 million. The one after that is even more bizarre. John Wall spent 3 times as much money on his colleagues alone. Wall visited his boy Santa Claus for some Christmas advice after signing a contract worth a record-breaking $207 million, which was more money than he had ever required. After some discussion, they decided on the ideal presents for Wall's teammates. Wall surprised each and every one of his lads with personalized gold Rolexes that were covered in diamonds. The boys were joyous as though they achieved some sort of victory. Jewelers believed that each watch was valued at least $40,000 and that some were worth over $75,000 each. The total cost of the Christmas presents is therefore something close to $750K. We got Jimmy Butler right here. This man has been making millions, so he wants to treat himself lavishly. Jimmy made sure his lads built a 10-foot tall boombox aquarium of his dreams, which contained more than 50 fish and 600 gallons of water. Even speakers were incorporated into the devices. Jimmy's dream set him back more than $40,000. Ben Simmons is listed after him. He overspent in order to become Philadelphia's king. When Ben Simmons was still a basketball player, he believed he would be a Sixer for life and had plans to use the winnings to buy a new home in Philadelphia. However, because he was still a young child, he wasn't ready for the burden of a home, and that's when he fell in love with one of the most luxurious condos in the city. Ben secured an apartment for himself on the Ritz-Carlton's 25th level for $2.54 million. With floor-to-ceiling windows and 3 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, you can enjoy breathtaking views of an entire city. Ben spent so much money that his apartment even had a 24-hour butler, a personal driver, and a gym with a pool. Moreover, it comes with 2 underground parking spots, access to fitness center and pool, and valet parking. That's crazy. What Stephen Curry purchased isn't even from our universe. Steph recently discovered a cutting-edge technique for blowing a bae. Steph purchased one of the costliest NFTs in the entire metaverse in order to participate in the rising buzz surrounding NFTs. He not only made it his profile picture, but also joined the NFTs group chat to announce his membership. This item appears to be nothing more than a random monkey photo, yet it is actually a pricey unique bored ape worth $180,000. He was really pleased with this buy. Now, let's talk about a guy who spent $19 million simply to overcome his greatest phobia. The events of 9/11 changed everyone's lives, Tracy McGrady's included. Tracy frequently traveled between cities, so he was unable to disengage from thoughts of airborne attacks no matter what he was doing. As an NBA player who had to move from state to state, Tracy had to come up with an alternative, even if it was costly. And that's when he made the priciest purchase of his life so far. A private jet. Tracy was afraid to board any plane because he couldn't even play basketball without thinking about it. However absurd it may appear, this isn't just any plane. It costs $19 million. Not only is it cozy, but it also helped Tracy get over his fear of flying. It can accommodate 11 passengers, and Tracy even has his own pilots. Furthermore, he also has a personal stewardess who knows exactly what he likes. It must be exciting to travel like that. We may say that almost every other gamer must be content with their purchases, but not Paul George's. Paul joined Team USA a few years ago in an effort to elevate his play. But during a scrimmage, while running down court for a chase down block, Paul's leg was completely broken. As a result, he was immediately put onto a stretcher, taken to the hospital, and placed under general anesthesia for surgery. But when Paul woke up a few hours later, even though the doctors had assured him they anticipated a full recovery, Paul was sad to have been forced to give up basketball in the height of his career for an entire year. Paul made a decision to cheer himself up, and for that, he bought himself something worth more than $250,000. It was just that he wanted to make himself happy. He obtained a modified Ferrari Spider even though he couldn't drive. Paul even had the interior entirely redone so that even he, being 6 feet 8 inches, could fit inside. It's undeniably Paul's favorite purchase. This one is also somewhat bizarre. For one night, Dwyane Wade spent millions. Wade planned a party for his 32nd birthday and also intended to make the most outrageous buy of his entire life. Wade had owned the jewels and the automobiles, so this time, he wanted to go all out. He spent more than $5 million not only to buy a boat, but also to have it specially personalized for his birthday. Additionally, Wade really got a deal when the name of the boat was changed to The Way of the Wade. And he bought an outfit to match. Wade's 130-foot boat was fully decorated for his birthday celebration. A party wouldn't be a party without the boys, so there was a whole room devoted to Wade's shoes, his own shoe cake, a private firework display, and he even saw to it that someone was hired only to spend the night rolling up. So, in addition to Wade's teammates pulling up in front of everyone, LeBron also gave him a toast. Okay folks, $5 million for a yacht? That kind of craziness is the absolute limit, right? One player who is not only the king of the court, but also the king of the most outrageous purchases is the expert when it comes to spending tens of millions of dollars. Yes, none other than LeBron James is the subject at hand. Although he lives the same lifestyle as the other NBA stars in this video, he always pulls up to a thing that costs $52 million every time he lands on his private aircraft or gets into one of his $1 million super vehicles. LeBron has one of the most bizarre cribs in the world. He can see an insane Los Angeles skyline from his mansion's outside pool, which includes a fire pit in the middle. The craziest part of the house is inside, where there are 6 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, walk-in closets, a game room, a wine cellar, a complete gym, and a spa. He even has an inside garage for his $1 million car collection.
If I don't take it, who's gonna take it?
These were some of the most insane things a person can spend so much money on. But these NBA players did it with no regrets. So guys, which one of these was the craziest purchase of all?